Welcome to my channel, HD Rare Coins 111. In this video I tell you about the United States of America Kennedy half dollar, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please subscribe my channel. Thanks. Top 1. The United States of America has a rich and fascinating history, especially when it comes to its coinage. Coins tell the story of a nation's heritage, its struggles, its triumphs, and the people who shaped it. One coin in particular has sparked the interest of collectors and investors alike: the Kennedy half dollar, minted to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the United States. The year 1976 marked an extraordinary moment in American history. As the nation celebrated its bicentennial, the government released a special edition of the Kennedy half dollar to honor the event. Featuring the famous portrait of President John F. Kennedy on one side, this coin became an emblem of not just the presidency but also of the spirit of America. But what makes this coin even more intriguing is its unique history, the story behind its creation, and most importantly, the value it holds today. Before diving into its value, let's take a look at the coin itself. The Kennedy half dollar was originally introduced in 1964, following the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The design was chosen to immortalize his legacy, and ever since, it has been a fixture in American currency. However, the 1976 edition is particularly special due to its bicentennial design. For the first time ever, the reverse of the coin featured the image of the Liberty Bell, an iconic symbol of freedom, with the date 1776 to 1976 inscribed. This unique design made the 1976 Kennedy half dollar a must-have for collectors. Fast forward to today, and the Kennedy half dollar is far more than just a piece of currency. Over time, collectors have become more and more interested in the variations of these coins, especially those minted in 1976. As with any collectible item, the condition of the coin plays a massive role in its value. Coins that have been well preserved, or those with rare minting errors, can fetch higher prices in the marketplace. But among all the variations, there is one particular Kennedy half dollar that stands out above the rest. If you happen to find a 1976 Kennedy half dollar in exceptional condition, particularly one with an error or a rare marking, you might be in for quite a surprise. Coins with certain minting errors are incredibly valuable because they are so unique. A coin with no mint mark, or one with a double die, can command prices far higher than what you might expect. The key to unlocking the true value of these coins is understanding their rarity and the demand among collectors. As we delve deeper into the market, we can see that the 1976 Kennedy half dollar has gained significant popularity among collectors due to its historical importance and unique design. Coins from this era, especially in mint condition, are often sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars at auction. It's not just the design that drives their value, it's the sentimental connection to one of the most pivotal periods in American history. So, just how much is a 1976 Kennedy half dollar worth today? Well, prices can vary greatly depending on the coin's condition and rarity. Most of the standard, non-error coins from this year are worth anywhere from a few dollars to around $10, especially if they are in good condition. However, when you start looking at coins that are in mint condition, or those with an error, the price can skyrocket. Some rare 1976 Kennedy half dollars have been sold for as much as $45,000. Yes, you read that correctly. A rare, error-free, or mint condition 1976 Kennedy half dollar has been known to fetch up to $45,000. This astronomical value makes it one of the most sought-after coins in American numismatics today. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, finding such a rare coin could be a life-changing discovery. It's important to keep in mind that while many 1976 Kennedy half dollars are worth only a few dollars, the rare exceptions, such as those with minting errors or in perfect condition, hold incredible potential. If you come across a 1976 Kennedy half dollar, be sure to examine it closely, check for any signs of rarity, and have it appraised by a professional. You might just be holding a piece of American history worth a small fortune. In the world of coin collecting, the Kennedy half dollar continues to captivate collectors and investors alike. Its significance in the history of the United States, coupled with its distinctive design, makes it an enduring symbol of both the country's past and its bright future. Whether you're passionate about numismatics or just looking for an investment, the Kennedy half dollar, particularly the 1976 edition, offers a unique opportunity to own a piece of American history that could be worth far more than you might imagine. So, the next time you come across a Kennedy half dollar from 1976, take a moment to appreciate the history behind it. And who knows? You may just find yourself holding a coin worth as much as $45,000. Top 2. The United States of America has a deep and intriguing history when it comes to its currency, and one of the most iconic coins in American coinage is the Kennedy half dollar. First released in 1964, the Kennedy half dollar was a tribute to President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. The coin, which features the late president's profile, became an instant symbol of respect and remembrance. But when we talk about the Kennedy half dollar, there's one year that stands out: 1971. This specific year introduced a new chapter in the Kennedy half dollar series, and it is one that continues to fascinate collectors and investors alike. In 1971, the United States was going through significant changes, and this was reflected in the country's coinage. The coin production process was evolving, and the Kennedy half dollar was no exception. Prior to 1971, the Kennedy half dollar had been made of 90% silver, but the rising cost of silver caused the U.S. Mint to change the composition of the coin. Starting in 1971, the coin was minted with a copper-nickel clad composition, meaning it was made of an outer layer of copper-nickel, with a core of pure copper. This shift in material marked a departure from the original silver content, and it also had an impact on the coin's value and appeal. Despite this change in composition, the 1971 Kennedy half dollar remains an important piece for collectors. The design of the coin itself is stunning and continues to capture the essence of what the Kennedy presidency represented. On the obverse side, we see the elegant profile of President Kennedy, designed by sculptor Gilroy Roberts. On the reverse, the iconic presidential seal is featured, representing the strength and unity of the United States. This design, which was meant to honor the late president, remains a beloved symbol to this day. So, what makes the 1971 Kennedy half dollar so special? While it may not have the silver content of its predecessors, it holds significant value among collectors, especially when certain factors come into play. For many, the coin represents a milestone in American history, the first year that the Kennedy half dollar was produced with its new composition. This shift gives the 1971 edition a unique place in the broader narrative of American coinage, making it a sought-after coin for those who love history and numismatics. The value of the 1971 Kennedy half dollar, like many coins, depends largely on its condition. Coins that are in uncirculated or near-mint condition are worth more than those that show signs of heavy wear. However, the real value in these coins can be found in some rare variations and mistakes that may have been made during the minting process. Just like with any collectible item, the rarity of the coin plays a crucial role in determining its worth. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the discovery of rare and unusual finds. In the case of the 1971 Kennedy half dollar, collectors are particularly interested in finding coins with minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or other unique defects. Coins with these types of errors are highly prized, as they are one-of-a-kind pieces that stand out from the standard issue. If you happen to come across a 1971 Kennedy half dollar with a rare minting error, you could be holding on to something worth a significant amount of money. In addition to minting errors, the general demand for Kennedy half dollars, especially the ones from the early 1970s, has only grown over the years. The Kennedy half dollar has become a staple in American coinage, and as the years go by, coins from specific years like 1971 have become more desirable due to their historical importance. Collectors look for these coins not just because they are valuable but also because they represent a moment in time, a tribute to a president who changed the course of American history. As for the price range, most 1971 Kennedy half dollars are valued at just a few dollars, especially if they are in average circulated condition. However, If you're lucky enough to find one in pristine, uncirculated condition, or if it happens to feature a rare error, the value can increase dramatically. A 1971 Kennedy half-dollar in excellent condition or with a minting error can sell for much more than the typical price. But now, let's talk about the big reveal. While most 1971 Kennedy half-dollars are relatively affordable, some rare examples have been sold for extraordinary amounts. In fact, a specific error version of the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar was recently sold for an astonishing $68,000. That's right, $68,000 for a single coin. This is a testament to how valuable rare coins can be, even when they come from a year that initially seemed less remarkable than other years in the Kennedy half-dollar series. The story of the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar serves as a reminder of how coins evolve over time and the ways in which they continue to capture the imagination of collectors. Whether it's the historical significance, the unique design, or the potential for rare finds, the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar remains a beloved and valuable part of American numismatics. So, next time you come across a 1971 Kennedy half-dollar, take a closer look. It might just be the rare gem you've been searching for. And remember, it could be worth far more than you ever expected, up to a remarkable $68,000. Top 3. When we think of iconic coins in the United States, one that stands out for both its historical significance and its lasting appeal is the Kennedy half-dollar. First minted in 1964, the Kennedy half-dollar was created to honor President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. Over the years, the coin has become an enduring symbol of his legacy, and it continues to captivate collectors. Among the many years of production, one year in particular has garnered significant attention: 1972. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar is a fascinating coin for several reasons. It's part of the series that marked a shift in American coinage. After 1971, the U.S. Mint transitioned to producing these coins with a copper-nickel-clad composition rather than the previous 90% silver. This change was driven by the rising cost of silver, which made it more expensive for the government to produce coins made from precious metals. As a result, many coins from the early 1970s, including the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, no longer had the intrinsic silver value they once held. However, this shift didn't take away from the coin's charm or its value as a collectible item. Despite the change in composition, the Kennedy half-dollar still carries the same striking design it's known for. The obverse features the profile of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, a design that remains timeless. On the reverse, we see the presidential seal, a symbol of the strength and unity of the United States. The 1972 edition, like its predecessors, continues to reflect the respect and admiration that Americans have for their late president. So, what makes the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar stand out in the world of coin collecting? While it may not have the silver content of its earlier counterparts, it is still highly valued by numismatists. The reason lies in its rarity, condition, and sometimes even minting errors that can make certain coins far more valuable than others. As with any coin, the general condition plays a significant role in determining its worth. Coins that are in excellent or near mint condition will fetch a higher price than those that have been worn down by years of circulation. In addition to its condition, there's something else that could make a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar worth a lot more than expected: rare minting errors. Over the years, some 1972 coins were minted with defects, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or misprints, which make them unique. These types of error coins are often in high demand among collectors, as they offer something different from the standard issue. The rarity of these errors is precisely what makes them so valuable. If you happen to find a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar with one of these mistakes, you could be holding onto a coin that is much more valuable than a typical one. Let's dive deeper into the financial value. Typically, a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar is worth a few dollars, not much more than its face value if it's in average circulated condition. However, when it comes to error coins, the value can increase exponentially. A 1972 coin in mint condition, or one that has a noticeable minting error, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. The demand for rare and error coins has grown substantially in recent years, and this trend is especially true for coins from the early 1970s, including the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar. But here's where it gets even more interesting. While most 1972 Kennedy half-dollars are valued modestly, some have been known to sell for incredibly high amounts. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar with a significant minting error or one in perfect condition, it could be worth an astounding amount of money. In fact, some of the rarest examples have been sold for as much as $65,000. That's right, a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, if it's the right one with the right conditions, could potentially bring in a jaw-dropping sum at an auction. This kind of value is a testament to the enduring appeal of the Kennedy half-dollar and the world of coin collecting. It's a reminder that even coins that were once produced in mass quantities, and that no longer contain precious metals, can still hold immense value due to their rarity, condition, and historical significance. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, while part of a new era in U.S. coinage, continues to hold a special place in the hearts of collectors who appreciate both its design and the story it tells. So, next time you come across a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, don't just dismiss it as another coin. Take a closer look. Inspect it for any signs of rare minting errors or signs of excellent preservation. You might just be holding a coin that is worth far more than you anticipated. Who knows? It could be the very coin that could be sold for a staggering $65,000. Top 4. The world of coin collecting is full of intrigue, history, and surprises. One coin that has continued to captivate collectors and investors alike is the Kennedy half-dollar. First minted in 1964, this coin was created to honor the legacy of President John F. Kennedy following his tragic assassination. Since then, it has remained a popular piece of American coinage. But among all the years in which it was produced, one stands out: 1973. The 1973 Kennedy half-dollar holds a special place in the hearts of coin enthusiasts for several reasons. While the Kennedy half-dollar had already been a part of the nation's currency for nearly a decade by 1973, this particular year was unique in a number of ways. For one, it was a continuation of the new copper-nickel-clad composition introduced in 1971. This shift away from the 90% silver composition was a response to the rising cost of silver, and by 1973, coins like the Kennedy half-dollar were no longer made with precious metals. Despite this change, the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar still carries immense historical and numismatic value. Looking at the coin itself, the Kennedy half-dollar is instantly recognizable. The obverse side features the profile of President John F. Kennedy, beautifully rendered by artist Gilroy Roberts. His image is dignified, symbolizing the enduring respect Americans have for the late president. The reverse side showcases the iconic presidential seal, a symbol of the power and unity of the United States. While the material may have changed, the design remained timeless. And it's that design that makes the 1973 coin so special. Now, what makes the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar worth more than just its face value? For one, its historical significance plays a big role. The Kennedy half-dollar itself is a piece of American history, and coins minted in the early 1970s represent a unique time in the country's coinage evolution. Even though the coins from this period were made from a less expensive material, they still symbolize the respect and legacy of President Kennedy. But there's more to the story than just the history. Like any collectible, the value of the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is heavily influenced by its condition. Coins that are in excellent or mint condition will always be worth more than those that have been circulated and worn down over time. However, condition alone isn't always the deciding factor when it comes to value. The rarity of the coin also plays a crucial role. Specifically, certain variations of the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar are highly sought after by collectors. One of the key factors that can increase the value of the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is the presence of minting errors. Just like with other years in the Kennedy half-dollar series, the 1973 coins were occasionally produced with mistakes. Some coins may have been struck with double dies, off-center strikes, or even missing details. These types of errors are what make certain coins so valuable. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare error coins, as they are considered one-of-a-kind pieces that stand out from the regular production coins. If you happen to find a 1973 Kennedy half-dollar with a minting error, you could be holding a coin with incredible potential. Another factor to consider is the demand for Kennedy half-dollars in general. As time passes, coins from the early 1970s have become increasingly desirable. The Kennedy half-dollar has long been a collector's favorite, and the 1973 version is no exception. Its historical importance, coupled with its relatively low mintage, makes it a piece that collectors want to own. While many 1973 Kennedy half-dollars are worth just a few dollars, depending on their condition, the rare and error coins can fetch quite a lot more. In fact, some of the highest valued 1973 Kennedy half-dollars have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Coins that are in near-perfect condition or that feature rare minting mistakes have been known to sell for prices that leave many collectors in awe. A 1973 Kennedy half-dollar, depending on its rarity, could potentially be worth a life-changing amount of money. And now, for the exciting part. A rare and error-free 1973 Kennedy half-dollar, in perfect condition or with a significant minting error, can command an impressive sum. In fact, a particularly rare example of this coin has been sold for an incredible $63,000. That's right, $63,000 for a single coin. This is proof of just how valuable rare coins can be, even those that were once produced in large quantities. The 1973 Kennedy half-dollar represents much more than just a piece of currency. It is a symbol of history, a tribute to a beloved president, and a potential goldmine for collectors who know where to look. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar is a coin that could surprise you in ways you never imagined. So, if you come across a 1973 Kennedy half-dollar, don't just brush it off as another coin. Take a moment to inspect it closely. Look for any signs of rarity or minting errors. You could be holding a piece of American history that is worth far more than its face value. In fact, it could be worth a staggering $63,000, a figure that shows just how much this coin is valued in the world of collectors. Top 5. The Kennedy half-dollar is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, not only because it features one of the most admired American presidents, but also because it has evolved in interesting ways over the years. Minted originally in 1964 to honor the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy, the coin quickly became a symbol of his legacy. However, as we move through the decades, certain years stand out due to their unique characteristics and, in some cases, rare finds. One such year is 1992, which may not immediately ring a bell for the average coin collector, but believe me, it is a year worth paying attention to. The 1992 Kennedy half-dollar marks an interesting time in the history of this coin. By the early 1990s, the U.S. Mint had long since switched to using a copper-nickel-clad composition for the coin, abandoning the 90% silver content that was originally used in the 1960s. The silver composition was phased out in the 1970s due to rising silver prices, and since then, the Kennedy half-dollar has been made with a combination of copper and nickel. This change was meant to make the coin more affordable to produce while still maintaining its utility as a standard piece of American currency. But while the composition may have changed, the appeal of the Kennedy half-dollar has never faded, especially for collectors. What sets the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar apart from other years, however, is more than just its metal content. The design of the coin remained unchanged, with the familiar portrait of President Kennedy on the obverse, and the presidential seal on the reverse. This iconic design has endured through multiple decades of production, and for good reason. The coin's clean lines, simple yet elegant imagery, and the lasting impact of JFK's presidency make it a coin that people continue to seek out, even decades after it was first minted. While the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar may not seem like a standout year at first glance, it's important to remember that value in the world of numismatics isn't always about how old the coin is. Sometimes, it's about the condition it's in or the rarity of certain variations that make a coin desirable. For the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar, this means that coins in pristine, uncirculated condition can carry more value than others. Coins that have been preserved carefully without any signs of wear or damage are always in demand among collectors, and when you're talking about a coin that's over 30 years old, finding one in near-perfect condition can be a rare treat. But there's more to the story. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for coins with errors. Those unique, one-of-a-kind pieces that stand out from the rest due to a flaw or misprint during the minting process. And this is where the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar really catches the attention of serious collectors. Over the years, certain 1992 half-dollars have been discovered with subtle minting errors, such as double strikes, off-center prints, or variations in the lettering. These types of error coins can be worth significantly more than standard coins due to their rarity. It's important to understand that finding a rare, error-free 1992 Kennedy half-dollar in excellent condition is a big deal in the numismatic world. Not only does it represent a moment in history, but it also offers a financial opportunity for collectors who can spot the right coins. Many collectors see value in having a well-rounded collection that includes coins from specific years, particularly if those coins hold some sort of rarity or unique characteristic. The 1992 Kennedy half-dollar, especially if you happen to find one with an error or in impeccable condition, could be a valuable addition to any collection. So, you may be wondering, how much is a 1992 Kennedy half-dollar worth today? Well, most of these coins in average circulated condition are not worth much more than their face value of 50 cents. After all, they were minted in fairly large numbers, and there aren't many factors about the coin that would immediately make it more valuable to the casual collector. But when you start talking about coins in near mint condition, or better yet, those with rare minting errors, the price can rise significantly. Collectors are constantly searching for those elusive coins that could make their collection stand out, and if you're lucky enough to come across a 1992 Kennedy half-dollar with an error or in exceptional condition, it could be worth a considerable amount more. In fact, one particular example of a 1992 Kennedy half-dollar was recently sold at auction for a staggering $37,000. That's right, $37,000 for a single coin from a relatively recent year. This sale serves as a reminder of just how much rare, high-quality coins can fetch in the world of numismatics. It's also a testament to how certain years, even those that might seem like regular issues, can still have surprising value due to their rarity or unique characteristics. In the end, the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar represents more than just a coin. It's a piece of American history, a tribute to one of the nation's most beloved presidents, and a potential treasure for the right collector. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone just starting out in the world of coin collecting, coins like the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar show that sometimes the real value of a coin is not immediately obvious. You might just have a small piece of history in your hands that's worth far more than you ever imagined. So, next time you find a 1992 Kennedy half-dollar, take a closer look. Look for any unique features, minting errors, or signs of excellent preservation. It could very well be worth far more than its face value, potentially as much as $37,000. That's a price that proves just how valuable the right coin can be in today's market.